What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. We are outside again because it's freaking beautiful out here, so I'm going to take advantage. So today I want to talk about a statement that pretty much all of us at some point or another use during our anxiety journey. I think we mean well by saying this. We have a good heart with it. We have good intentions by using this statement. But in a lot of us, this can actually hold us back, damage our chances of recovering, lead to a relapse after we recover, because that's possible as well, or just gives us unrealistic expectations on what post-recovery life looks like. And I'm the perfect person to talk about this because I did recover from anxiety 110%. I don't have panic attacks anymore. I don't have health anxiety. I don't have generalized anxiety. I am living the life that I deserve, and my goal with this channel is for you to do the same. So if you're new here, subscribe. I got tons of videos like this to help you out with your anxiety recovery. And guys, if you haven't gotten my course, Elite Anxiety Bootcamp, we are doing a Cyber Monday sale today. So stick around to the end of this video. You can get that course, be a part of it. It's changing so many people's lives, and I want you to have that same experience. I want you to recover from anxiety 100% like I did. That's the goal. So you know what time it is. Smash the like button down below if you're ready to kick anxiety in the butt, and leave me a comment, guys. Let me know what you think about this topic. Do you find yourself saying this a lot? If you do, you are not alone. Again, I said this many times. So something that most, if not all of us, say during our anxiety journey is, I want my old life back. I want the old me, you know? And again, we say this with good intentions. We mean well when we say it. I meant well whenever I said it. But it can potentially hold a lot of you back from recovery, or it could potentially lead to relapse to many of you who have recovered or are going to recover. Because you can go back, you can relapse, you can fully recover and then go back again. And a lot of times it's because we didn't clean up stuff that we did in our old life. We didn't fully transform. We didn't stick with change. You know, we only did it temporarily, and then we went back to the way we used to live. Now, don't get me wrong. You should want all the good things from your old life that were healthy, that were quote unquote normal. Things like driving, holding down a job, socializing, right? Experiencing happiness and joy. Being able to get on that roller coaster, being able to stand in line at the grocery store, being able to speak in public, right? Or go do things, go to a movie, go on a date. Those things you should want back, and you deserve to have that. I'm here to tell you, I get to experience those things. It's amazing. It's the beautiful part of recovery. But there are things that I did in my old life. If I would have continued doing those, first of all, I know for damn well I wouldn't have recovered. And many of you, you're unwilling to give up things in your old life that are going to keep you from recovery. Or if I would have done away with them for a little bit and started them back up, probably would have led to a relapse. So I want you to think about your old life, pick out all the good things that you want, but these good things need to be healthy things. See, my old life was filled with partying, and I was young, so a lot of us go through this, but I was partying, drinking so heavily. I wasn't prioritizing my sleep. You know, I was a half glass empty kind of guy. I never really worked on my negative thinking. I never challenged any of my negative thoughts. I was a very unhealthy eater. I was a heavy smoker. And I'm telling you guys, like, I didn't worry about my sugar intake, my caffeine intake, none of that stuff. Things that I was required to change to not only recover, but to maintain it. And this is why I tell people to look at anxiety as a blessing in disguise, because it can be a blessing in disguise for you like it was with me. It was rough. It was probably the hardest time of my life for those 5 years. But I hate to think about who I would be today if anxiety didn't show up in my life. And I want you to think about that. Maybe it's not as bad for many of you as it was for me, but it's actually scary to think about what could have happened to me or where I'd be right now in my life if I hadn't gone through that. It has been a complete blessing. And I'm not just talking about the YouTube thing or, you know, being able to work from home because of it. Sure, that's amazing. But I'm talking about just like being alive, being healthy, having my wife, having my kids, you know, having this life, I don't think I'd be here at all. You know, either physically or just like, I wouldn't be at this point in my life. I wouldn't be happy if I wouldn't have gone through the trials of my anxiety. But I want you to start saying this differently. I want the new me. I want the new version of me. I want the post-recovery me. You know? I don't want that old life because either it directly led to my anxiety disorders or it's not fully conductive of recovery or maintaining recovery. Okay? A lot of you are unwilling to give up certain bad habits because that was what you did in your old life and you enjoyed it, but now it's triggering you, but you're not willing to give it up. Well, you're going to continue to suffer from anxiety. A lot of you are unwilling to work on things like anger that you had before, pessimistic or negative thinking. You're not willing to work on being more assertive or standing up for yourself. You're not willing to work on the self-love. You're not willing to give up the sugar. You're not willing to stop smoking or drinking or using drugs. And you keep fantasizing about the past and how good everything was, right? But all that does is keep you from growing or changing or doing what's necessary to move forward in your life. So just remember, guys, you have anxiety for a reason. Something has to change. Things have to change to rewire, to get your subconscious out of fear. It doesn't mean that you're not going to get a lot of the good things from your old life. You will. I have. But there's a lot of things that are going to be gone forever if you recover. And you need to be excited about that. Don't be upset about it. Be excited about it. Okay? Anxiety can be a blessing in disguise for you as well. But if you made it this far in the video, thank you so much for sticking around. I want you to go down below in the comment section. I want you to put, I want the new version of me. In all caps, I want the new version of me. All right, and as promised, I'm giving a special promo code on my course, Elite Anxiety Bootcamp today. It's $25 off, so use the code ANXIETY25 off. It'll bring my course from 67 down to 42. That's for those of you that have not been able to get that yet. Hopefully this helps you out. I want you to be a part of that process, guys. It's amazing. It's helping so many people. It's my blueprint. It's how I recovered from anxiety 110%. And like I said, I have not relapsed. I haven't gone back, but it took a lot of changes. And there's a lot of things that go into recovery. So that course has you covered. So be a part of that. Hopefully that code can help some of you out. So guys, I forgot to mention, when you enter that promo code ANXIETY25 off, make sure that there are no spaces before that code or after, meaning don't just copy and paste it, or don't hit the space bar after entering the code because it will say invalid. The code works, but you have to enter it in as is, ANXIETY25 off. Don't hit space. I don't know why Teachable does that, but they do. So we got to work with it. There's a lot of other resources down below in the description. So check that out. My social medias, the Facebook groups, my TikTok, Snapchat, Twitter, Instagram. Join those things. There's a link for online therapy. If you've never tried therapy, it's a good opportunity to do that. But I will be posting tomorrow, guys. But you know the deal. I love you all and keep fighting.